What's up, gang? Frostworm here, and it's time for another episode of FrostFacts.
Spaceball 1. They've gone to plaid.
Alright guys, today we're talking about Seasons and Conquests. Now Seasons are basically a way that Diablo 3 creates a new, fresh experience every few months for people to go through. So what they'll do is, they start a new season every few months, and if you make a seasonal character, it starts you completely fresh. You lose all your merchants, all your gear, I shouldn't say you lose, you just don't have them. You start as if you just bought the game. And you go through and just kind of build up again, and it's fun to get that experience again and go through the build up. But one thing that's cool about Seasons is the seasonal journey. So this is like a set of objectives that it gives you, and you go through and it gives you all these objectives to do, and there's different chapters, chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. And what the chapters actually give you is a gear set for your character. So basically, as you complete these chapters, you will get 2-piece, 4-piece, and then 6-piece set for an entire set. Now, what will happen is when you complete these chapters, these objectives, it'll give it to you in the in-game mail. So make sure that you claim those on the same character. Otherwise, you'll have sets of different classes, and that's no good. So another thing is that, and I think you need to go through chapter 4 to get all the armor pieces, and then after that, there's even more objectives. And one thing you can get out of this is stash tabs. So your stash is where you keep a whole bunch of gear, and you can buy stash tabs. But these stash tabs, by completing the seasonal journeys and stuff, they're permanent, and it's the only way you can get like more than just these 8 tabs. They also, I think there's a maximum of 4 you can get that way. So like if you do it in 4 different seasons, that's the most you can get as of patch 2.6 anyway. Another thing about Seasons is Conquests. So Conquests are like, Seasons have their own achievements, and these Conquests are like these really, really hard things to do that are just kind of a challenge, and they have leaderboards of like who did them the fastest. So for example, reach Greater Rift 75 solo, right? So like whoever can do that the fastest, if you go to the leaderboard here, you can see there's a full leaderboard of it. Now I did it on July 29th, and the first person to do it did it on July 21st. I think the season started July 20th, so it's really hard to get on these. It puts like the top 2,000 on here, or 1,000 I guess. But these leaderboards are really hard to make it onto. But if you're a hardcore end gamer, that could be a fun thing for you to try. And yeah, once the end of the season comes along, once the season is over, all your seasonal characters and gear and experience and loot will all ship over to normal mode. So it's sectioned off at first, but once the season is over, it all goes over. So your Paragon experience goes over, your characters all become normal characters, your gear becomes all part of the normal Diablo 3 experience. So I would probably not recommend playing Seasons if you're a sporadic D3 player. You'll just end up kind of starting over every now and then, and you won't really get that far. But if you do play a lot, it can be a fun way to kind of start fresh and have that experience again of leveling up, getting all your merchants upgraded, getting your gear upgraded, and you'll get to try some new characters and stuff like that. That wraps it up for Seasons and Conquests. Next time we'll talk about ultimate progression in the Diablo 3 endgame. See you guys then. Stay frosty.